Good morning, everyone. My name is Wina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, last time we saw um, standardization, which is a process which uniformize units of different columns so that the model doesn't take any value as being of greater importance than other values. This was standardization, and it had this condition where we had a mean would be equal to 0 and the standard deviation equal to 1. So this was the process of standardization, so that you know that the process was done. You get mean equal to 0 and standardization equal to 1. For today, we're going to take a look at another form of scaling values, which is known as normalization. Normalization. So in fact, normalization, we have two types of normalization. One which uses MinMax Scaler, MinMax Scaler, where you get a range of values between 0 to 1 only, okay? Then we have other types of normalization. Another type of normalization with a different range from -1 to 1. So these two are used in different cases. For MinMax Scaler, it is used for image classification. When you have to classify an image, it uses MinMax Scaler. And for normalization, for values between -1 to 1, it is normally used in neural networks, which doesn't include normally image classification. So in general neural networks. Neural networks in deep learning. Okay. So we're going to take a look how MinMax Scaler is used in image classification. So let's see. As you can see, these two normalization, they have the lower bound and the upper bound. So values, when the values will be scaled, in MinMax Scaler, you cannot go below 0. Values cannot go below 0 or above 1. And in the other type of normalization, when you scale, values cannot go below -1 and above 1. So this is the logic of normalization, where you have a lower bound and an upper bound. So for image classification, maybe you heard about this. We used a neural network known as CNN. Which is convolution neural network. So it uses CNN neural network, so to classify an image. Say for instance you are giving an image to your model in the CNN model, where you have the image of a dog or a cat or even a person. So the model will see the features of that image and give you an output whether it is a dog, a cat, or a person. So how it does that? How does it work? For instance, let's see. It has to use normalization already. So let's take an example how it uses normalization. Let's say you have an image. Image uses pixel, so pixels for image. So let's say you have an image like a 4x4 image, let's say. Okay. So a 4x4 pixel, okay. So you have four squares and 4 squares here. So it's a 4x4 pixel. The square represents the pixel, okay. And each one of these pixels, you have values from 0 to 255. Okay. So here it could be 0, 0, 255, 0, 255, 0, 255, and so on and so forth. Okay. Normally for 0 to 255, 0 is the color black in a picture, okay, and 255 is white, and in between you have other colors which will determine the picture, okay. So when we do normalization in this, what happens is that 0 is converted into 0 to 255, they are converted into zeros and ones. And how does this happen? 0 is divided by 0, and 255, sorry, 0 is divided by 255, okay, and 255 is divided by 255. So this makes you 1, this is 1. So when these two are divided by 255, you get a range of 0 and 1 in your picture, which makes this, you have normalized image. You have normalized your image using MinMax Scaler. We'll get more into this in practice so that you know how to use it and where to use it. So this is just a little introduction of normalization. I hope that you understood the concept of it and how it is useful in image classification in CNN mostly. And I hope that you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.